Alright, we should be ready to hop on back into things here. So, in a couple hours, whoa, why is this big? Oh, it's because I was doing Skyward Sword. There we go. I was confused there. I was like, well, why is it big all of a sudden? It's because I was doing Skyward Sword, and it has to be very slightly zoomed in because otherwise there's a layer of black around the outside, and I don't know why. Anyway, in a couple hours from now, this channel will be, once again, just like yesterday, hosting a crew battle with the VGLS Smash crew. And yeah, until then, let's make some progress in Ōkami there. Yeah, you like it? Oh, you like the new YouTube banner? So, Not So Formal made the base. Not So Formal designed like the switch, the text, the background, and the YouTube and Twitch symbols there. And I tried it out as a banner, and I was like, it looks really cool, but it's just lacking because there's so much empty space on the sides. So yesterday during the art stream, I finished off the Marnie art, like by doing more than just the torso, and I finished off another Pokemon trainer that I was working on, which is the furthest left thing there. I only had like the head done for the emote before. And after finishing those, I threw them onto the banner, and then there we go. So, Not So Formal made the base, I finished up some of my art, and then I just threw a whole bunch of my art all over the whole thing to add some personality to it, and now we have the current YouTube banner. For context about what I'm talking about here, let's see here, if I can turn on display capture. That's the wrong display capture. Where's display capture 2? This one. Yeah, so this is the new banner here. So thanks to Not So Formal doing an incredible job on the main banner. So Not So Formal threw together like the background here of the blue and red, designed the switch here, and in it, acoustic harmonia, did the symbols here, and it looked good already as a banner on its own, but I was like, oh, there's too much empty space, it's lacking. So I filled it up with art that I've done. So last night I finished off the Marnie art because I only had like the top of the torso here done before because I just needed it for the emote, and I only had the head here done for this Pokemon trainer because all I needed was the emote there. So I bogged down and finally finished that one. Also, I'm just now noticing that Violet doesn't quite reach the bottom there, so I should probably fix that later considering there's a small red line at the bottom. So whoops, I'll fix that later. So it's not perfect yet, but you know, that is the new channel banner right there. But yeah, you really like that, man? Yeah, I think it looks way better than the previous channel banner there. I have Not So Formal to thank for the base there and doing an incredible job with that. All I did was throw a whole bunch of my own art there. So yeah, next time you see Not So Formal, tell him he did an awesome job on the banner. Essentially. This is what I'd say there. Feels bad, Lyrical. And hello, Tacos, how's it going? And good news, Satan has confirmed you can commentate with you again today. Nice. Nice, nice. Also, I know the name of the other crew ahead of time this time, which is Shnice. So we can be prepared for that. So I still have the VGLS layout all ready to go here for once we do that. I'm not sure how many players there's gonna be because apparently that's only found out like right when it starts. So I just have the typical 15-15 at the bottom right now until I'm actually sure, you know, how much there is there. But yeah, so I know the actual crew name ahead of time this time around. And yeah, anyway, let's make a little bit more progress in Ōkami. So that crew battle is in almost exactly 2 hours from now. Also, I'll make sure to have the audio levels for the other commentators a lot higher this time. Also, I haven't continued in this game for a little while because I got stumped right here where the speedrunner that I was following did a fast travel thing like this. And I didn't have that ability yet, so I had to look up how to get that ability. And as it turns out, for some reason, fast travel, something that's like a basic game mechanic in most games, that thing, that little blue fang thing that shows a 5 by it, for some reason you need 80 of those, and then you need to go give it to this emperor guy for this vase thing, and that unlocks the ability for you to fast travel somehow? Like, I was thinking about including that in the series, but instead I just did it off stream because screw that. So, like, I guess here's part of the cutscene. I guess the 30 seconds didn't manage to capture the whole thing, but you freaking give this guy 80 of these things, he gives you this vase, then all of a sudden you get this cutscene that unlocks fast travel, which is normally like a super basic game mechanic. Yeah, a freaking flask. You have to give 80 of those things to that guy. And I heard that apparently you can get those things from defeating enemies, and I started defeating enemies, and I would get like maybe one every few enemies, like maybe one every 8 enemies or something like that. I was even doing a thing that the internet told me to do, which was like slashing them even after they were dead to increase the chance of like their drops. And I still wasn't getting it. So it turns out I needed to save up my money here, my yen. I wound up selling like all my artifacts that I had, and I went to the dojo. I learned the most expensive combat technique, which is one that guarantees that the enemy drops a demon fang. So I freaking, a couple nights ago, stayed up late into the night just around this area, just challenging these enemies over and over again, doing that technique over and over again until I had freaking 80 demon fangs or whatever the heck it is, so that I could finally unlock fast travel, which in most games is a basic game mechanic, so that now I can continue following the freaking speedrunner that I was watching in what he does. So, you know, I'm not exactly super thrilled about that whole situation there, but it is what it is, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, the crew battle was gonna be like an hour and a half ago. Yeah, I was getting prepared for getting set up though. Man, they just had to sleep in and skip the whole ordeal. Shake my head, such a bad crew leader. Okay, I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night after I stayed up so late streaming Assassin's Creed 2 and got up to essentially stream that, only to find out right after I had literally this layout here all set up and ready to go. I had Smash Bros open. I was literally about to hit start stream, and then I get a Discord ping saying, oh, slight change of plans. So yeah, now we're streaming Ōkami until then, I guess. Dragon Quest also doesn't give you fast travel by default, but at least you have Chimera wings and getting zoom is easy, and this game is like at 80 bear ass, isn't it? Bear what? How what? They're like weird fang things. Anyway, let's see what this speedrunner guy does. Which one of these things he goes to. Because I gotta follow what the heck he does. Okay, apparently he just goes to the other one here. So now we can finally continue pushing through this game by essentially just copying what a speedrunner does. Well, action for action, essentially. Oh, he might just be getting a collectible here. It seems like. Yeah, okay, I guess maybe I don't have to follow exactly action for action. I'm not going for 100% completion here. The reason why I had to look up a speedrun of 100% completion is because otherwise they use, like, skips and stuff and skip a bunch of story stuff methinks that I want to typically actually cover. I guess I'll get some of this stuff. Come on! This brush is so unresponsive. I'm drawing a circle around it. My, oh my. Referencing the TV tropes. I've never actually heard of that before. I have no idea what that is. There we go. I can upgrade a thing now. I think it's just my health that I can upgrade. I think here. Oh, no, I can upgrade my ink. Bam, get another ink jar. So this game is still obnoxiously tedious to tread through, or did it progressively develop into something actually enjoyable? Apart from that little fast travel situation we had going on there, I actually have been having a lot more fun with this game recently. Honestly. Like, it's probably still not to the point that I'd play it on my own time, but it is definitely a lot more enjoyable to play through than it used to be. Dang it! Actually, I'm having a modicum of fun here and there, but I'm still not exactly getting a massive kick out of it. Get out of here! But it's definitely a lot better than it used to be. And hello, SJ. Hello, hello. How's it going today? Alright, let's just keep on looking at that screen and following this video here. He talks to this guy. Oh, he probably needs something from the merchant. What is he getting, I wonder? Doing pretty good? That's good to hear. That's good to hear there. He's getting a bunch of fish. That's probably just for completion percentage. Okay, do I even have to... Well, how much text does he have? Oh yeah, we had to get to like the Oni Island around. No, I don't need to do some shopping. I don't need fish to actually get to the island, do I? I hope not. That's good then, at least there's less neglect toward the game and therefore you can complete it faster. We'll see. Why does that island have a face in the distance? My, oh my. Okay, let's see what... Oh, he goes up on the... I don't know what he's doing. Where did he just go for the... Oh, he goes up here and he does something to this guy's arrow. Only knowledge of this game is the checkered corner. What do you mean I did badly on time meme and the final boss? Never heard of it, I'm sorry. Oh, there's a tower there. Apparently, I need to freaking do this. Wait. That, I think? Yes, because that is super evident, game. I don't think this is required. But yeah, I was playing Persona 5 Scramble demo. Definitely want to buy P5 Scramble, even if it's in Japanese, to get it early there. To be honest, I didn't even know this game existed until Anma requested it. Yeah, I heard wait, how do I even get over there? Maybe it was required after all. That's a pretty strange looking island there. Yeah, I heard that this game was supposed to be like really, really good. Like it was supposed to be one of those games that you play and it's supposed to be like just a crazy masterpiece kind of thing. So I picked it up when it was on sale over a year ago, and then Anima requested it. And what the heck is this here? I can dig, I guess. I can feed these dudes. Sure. Bam, this game is freaking weird. Very strange indeed. My oh my. But yeah, I heard that it was supposed to be like a masterpiece of a game. So I was like, oh, let's try it out. And then I started trying it out, and we have stuff like this, where the brush likes to be very, very unresponsive. I'm carrying a bunny? Did I take the bunny out with me? No, I didn't. Okay, the bunny freaking vanished, I guess. But yeah, aren't many games you'd label as a masterpiece? Well, yeah, I heard that this one was supposed to be like one of the few games that like was a genuine masterpiece, and then I started playing it and I wasn't, you know, super caught up in it, I guess. Not super caught up in it. But yeah, he almost did badly on time. A bigger problem is that Japanese game prices are ridiculously high, but you do understand Japanese, so you wouldn't have much trouble with it. Gotcha. And yeah, importing that in would probably be expensive. There are only 2 you would call masterpiece to yourself. You're extremely stingy with that title. Okay, there's probably 5 for me, I think. Most likely 5. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 2 and 4. Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2. Octopath Traveler. I think those 5. I think those 5 there, if I had to guess. Except fighting games from that, because it'd be totally unfair. Yeah, I understand. Just like looking at games for their overall experience of like gameplay, story, music, stuff like that. Not just the kind of multiplayer games that you can dump so much time into here. Why is my phone vibrating? Alright, let's see here. Let's see what this guy does next. He's feeding the animals. He's going down into that thingamabob. Oh, apparently there's a lot more in that pit that I missed, but like whatever. Alright, let's skip a bunch of the stuff that he does that I don't need to see. Here's what we'll do. Don't usually play games, usually watch people play games. Yeah, that could also be an easier and cheaper way to go about that. Alright, he's going this way. Speaking of watching people play games, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Because screw figuring this out myself, because the game does not put map objectives on the map. So I typically have no idea what the heck I'm ever supposed to do. We have a cutscene now? Like going over here. What the heck is going on here? Hey, Hiroshima. So you got taken by that Orca guy, right? What is happening? And he took you to a castle at the bottom of the sea? That's true. Where's that Orca now, huh? Yeah, where is he now? Yeah, where is he? What are they talking about? It ain't Porca, it's Orca. He's an emissary of the Dragon Palace, and he only comes for people worthy of going there. Yeah, right. Did your mom teach you not to tell lies? Let's get him. Yeah, get him. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Only cowards gang up on people like that. Hey, who's that? Good timing. I'm bored of playing with him. Do I get to freaking slash these kids with this sword? What is this? The freaking scene towards the end of the 3rd Star Wars movie? Well, of the prequels, I should say. Come on, let's play somewhere. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah. I was about to say. I think those little brats were talking about Abby. Also, I'm sorry that got so dark so fast. But I am literally carrying a sword on my back. What do they mean by a castle at the bottom of the sea? Hi. Hey, kid, how long do you plan on staying like that? Hey, I'm talking to you. What's wrong, kid? Hey, kid. Hello? Anyone home? Oi! Hello? Hello? Do I have to freaking bite him or something? I have to bash into him. Hmm? I must have dozed off. I reckon I'd do that a lot on the beach. Fisherman Urashima. I don't know who you all are, but I appreciate you waking me up. I ain't got the strength to go home. Sometimes I nap here. You were sleeping? You really had us worried, hunched over so long like that. You're not sick or injured, are you? No, sir. I'm fit as a fiddle, I am. Just taking a nap on the beach is all. Oh, well, that's a relief. Anyway, maybe I should turn down the game sound slightly. I'm not sure. Maybe just a notch like that. Maybe 2 notches. My oh my. What was that about a castle at the bottom of the sea? Would you mind filling us in? No one ever believes me about that. There's a land under the sea here in Ryoshima. The Dragonians and Sea God live there in the Dragon Palace. The Dragon Palace really is an amazing place. Real pretty. I haven't been there in a dog's age though. Dragon Palace, land of the Dragonians. They're the ones controlling the water dragon. Himoko said so. I'm so lost. I'm not super updated on the story. I'm sorry. How does one get down to that palace, Bucket Boy? Oh, my oh my. I mean, a big bone land like you elude that water dragon, make it all the way down to the bottom of the sea. Water dragon was much nicer in those days, but you can't just choose to go to the Dragon Palace, see? Only worthy people can go. If you're worthy, you'll be able to pick up Thor's hammer. I mean, an emissary called Orca comes to get you. So this Orca dude is an emissary from the Dragon Palace? Just how do you get to meet this guy anyway? That's one question that ain't so easy to answer. You'll see that pier over yonder. Take a long walk off the short end of it. That pier's where I met Orca. I was looking out to the sea when he came with the morning sun. Orca only comes if you're worthy of the Dragon Palace, I reckon. Just like you need the relic fragment to summon Lapras. Wait, did you say sundown? That I had to be there or something? Anyway, even the digital version of the game is still $90 plus. What? Really? Is that American dollar? Because full-priced games here in Canada are already... Oh yeah, I have a double jump now. I keep forgetting about that. Are already 80 there. You think they changed the story a bit from the original game? You think you would remember this? Think it might be different in the HD version? Maybe. But yeah, there's only a handful of masterpieces for you. Octopath Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2. Hey, we agree there. Final Fantasy 7R, calling it early. You're that confident. Yeah, that's like me with the Xenoblade Chronicles 1 remake. Honestly, that's me with Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition right there, honestly. Kingdom Hearts series, Persona 5, and Ghostbusters the video game, though you're mostly biased advocate on the entirety of the... Wait, the most biased advocate on the entirety of the planet for that game. Yeah, there's some titles that just like really stand out to you sometimes. Like Roller Coaster Tycoon World, for me, the best game ever. Oh man, you really like the graphics and the music, and the battle system is pretty fun, but it's so grindy, and the story makes me feel like nothing for Ōkami here. Yeah, it hasn't really hooked me a lot. Where is that pier? I mean, I can look at the video here in a sec. This would be Xenoblade Chronicles 1. You'd love to, but you can't quite call it a masterpiece, but it's so good. Like, the story of Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is slightly better than 2, but 2 had the greatest soundtrack I've ever seen in a game, honestly. Also, these plants are not rotating as I turn my camera, unlike the tree there. Which is interesting that the trees are 2D and rotate like that, but the plants on the ground are 3D. Weird. Weird, man. Also, for anyone who hasn't noticed, yeah, stuff like this rotating with the camera, that's like a very common thing in video games to like give the illusion of 3D when it isn't. It's actually a pretty cool way to give that illusion, honestly. It's actually a pretty cool thing. It is a neat idea. It's like basically how they were able to do 3D for 3D game, or for the first early 3D games like Doom and stuff. Is just by having like rotating 2D models, stuff like that, and it's continued to use as a technique for games to this day for minor things like in Breath of the Wild, for example. If you turn your camera around, you'll notice that the grass rotates with it. I believe Breath of the Wild does that. Yeah, so it's a pretty common technique with things more, oh, there's the pier, with things more like grass. Maybe not trees. I mean, this is also originally a game from 2006, and it also is going for the art style of like what it is, so it's understandable. But most games you'll typically find it with like grass and stuff, like really small, simple stuff, where that makes it so much easier on the developers, you know? But yeah, Persona 5, Breath of the Wild, I would not call Breath of the Wild a masterpiece. I think Breath of the Wild is a disgrace, honestly, but that's me. But yeah, Last of Us, Ori and the Blind Forest, and Kodo R, I'm not sure what that is, I'm sorry. But yeah, I converted it to USD, yikes. I really disliked Octopath Traveler, that game was so incredible though. But yeah, and the game you really want to play and hear godly praise for, Astral Chain. Okay, that game has been added to my game queue because it was requested to add to the game queue, but it'll probably be a year before I actually get to it, considering, you know, how many other games I've got going on right now. But yeah, you think that'd make the list of masterpieces for you, to be honest? Yeah, I'll be playing it eventually on stream. I just might not be for a while. Also adding the God of War series, Red Dead Redemption series, Devil May Cry series. Had to really consider those just now. Hollow Knight and Ori series are bomb too. I don't think I could ever get into those games for the gameplay. Like, it doesn't seem like my kind of gameplay, but man, do I love the music of those two games. I think Octopath Traveler is crap. Octopath Traveler is absolutely incredible. Like, usually when I consider games to be a masterpiece, it's usually based off of story and music, and I usually don't consider gameplay, like, all that heavily. But with Octopath Traveler is the only turn-based RPG I've ever played in my life where the random encounter battles are genuinely fun. It was incredible. But anyway, whoops. Like, where Octopath Traveler really shone for me was the music. There have only been 2 games, I never thought any games would ever do this, there's only been 2 games I've ever played in my life where I thought that literally every single piece of music in the entire soundtrack was incredible. Those 2 being Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Octopath Traveler. With me liking Xenoblade Chronicles 2's just slightly more because it reuses tunes. Like, or leitmotifs, as a lot of people have been commenting on my Pokemon Mystery Dungeon discussion. Anyway, oh, I turned on my other camera by accident. Sorry about that. That was the doggo camera from the other day. Must have accidentally hit that there. Alright, let's see what this guy does here. Undertale's another? I can definitely see Undertale. Whoa. How did he get the Orca to come? Does he just do this? Is this all he does? Is that all that's needed? Apparently so. Oh, hello. Something's coming. Look at the tail wagging. Why does this big fish look so happy? It's kind of creeping me out. Oh. Orca, it's you. It's been a dog's age. I stopped counting the years. Did you come to take me back to the Dragon Palace? Orca? Is that emissary or whatever of the Draconians? Hashtag majestic. Hashtag majestic as fuck. At last, one worthy of visiting the Dragon Palace. Hop on, I'll take you to the Dragon Palace. Hear that, Amy? I'm second to none when it comes to swimming. Dang it, stupid slow-moving text. Even that water dragon is no match for me. You heard him. What are we gonna do, Amy? Oh, I guess you already made up your mind.